Got Trista behind the camera. Hopefully she does a good job because we got a cool square body. Also got one of our great customers headed out. Just purchased a couple square bodies from him. And I don't know, didn't talk him into anything new today. So he'll be back tomorrow for something else. Very, very regular and great customer of ours there. Actually, he's got Calvin in there, taking him to pick some bucket trucks up. So we got some bucket trucks to bring you guys and some really good deals on those. But the vehicle at hand, 1986 Silverado K20 4x4, completely bone stock. Left the tag on it. This was a Washington State truck that was actually brought in by a customer of ours. And he had multiple trucks. He was trying to decide which ones he wanted to keep. I think he's got a passion for square bodies like us. And he hit me up with some pictures, showed me the undercarriage. I saw all I needed to see, and I said, yep, that's going to be a great truck. So West Coast truck its whole life. I think he told me single owner history its whole life. But nevertheless, a really cool, very solid, good undercarriage. The bones are there. Where you go from here, who knows? We'd love to do whatever you'd like to do with this truck. But if you get up close, you will see it's got some clear coat flaking and peeling. And the hood, which actually is in great shape, is starting to get very light from buffing. The top surface has been painted. The bottom surface has been painted. So it has the tri-tone of colors. I do have the molding for around the windshield, which we'll be replacing with black, because the chrome will look like this right away again once it gets redone. So this will be going black. The only other things I really noticed in a quick walk around is missing the little 3 of the 4 little pieces of trim here. Again, did you show the tag? It even still has the Washington State tag. And I think we have the previous Washington State title. Tires are all terrains. They're brand new, 1 size larger than stock. Factory wheels, factory dog dish hubcaps. Does have a spray and bed liner. We did replace the trim. Did that yesterday. And John did a great job on that. Rear bumper is a chrome step bumper that has been painted here, which is very unusual, but actually they did a good, okay job. Does have a hitch hidden up underneath. Tailgate operates like it's supposed to. Actually opens and closes and doesn't rattle all to pieces. My Uncle David has spent several days on this truck, kind of perfecting all the little nook and cranny things, even though it's not one of the super high-end trucks. Windows work. Locks work like they're supposed to. Windows are actually pretty quick. You can still see a little grease from where he lubed everything. Pockets are starting to get a little soft, but they're there. Has had a couple extra speakers cut in, but a Silverado interior. Cruise control, tilt steering, power windows, power door locks, air condition works. I've not tried the cruise. I've not checked the gas gauge. A couple things we still have yet to do to this truck. It does have cracks in the dash, but it does have a very plush seat. That's in good shape. Original carpet that's in good shape. Seat belts that are in good shape, and they do retract like they're supposed to. Actually, still has the cardboard behind the seat. That's pretty neat. We do have a replacement headliner. It has the typical saggy headliner. That'll be that, and the windshield will be being taken care of tomorrow. So those things will be done. But we have had quite a few people asking for a video. One particular customer in particular that has been asking on this truck since the day it arrived. It was in the background, and I tell you guys, I tell a lot of customers, and I think they may, sometimes I hear a pause when I tell people that. I said, please watch our YouTube channel. TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram only get about, what would you say, Trista? 1/10? 1/10 of the coverage. I am sorry. This is phone call number 8 just from being on this phone. On this video. You only get about 1/10. YouTube, between our shorts and our daily videos, the reason we mix it up, now this one's over here because I've got 2 other ones here I got to finish. My customer Rob was here, and across the street is a disaster. We have all the cars off the lifts. AJ's starting to put them back in, but we have all 12 cars off the lifts. We have a bunch of tow trucks and a bunch of stuff that just arrived over there. A minute ago, you couldn't even pull in the front gate. It's a mess over there today. So I'm not around all the square body brothers and sisters of this particular truck. But he saw it. What I was getting at with that, he saw this truck in the background getting unloaded off the trailer the day it arrived and has been asking about it and looking for a less expensive square body truck. This truck's going to be somewhere in the 29 to 30 range. I've got to get my service ticket and my inspection ticket and my Uncle David's parts receipts. So I kind of see where we're at on cost wise, but that's about where this truck's going to be. A very solid truck, just to kind of zoom down the bottom and run down both sides of the truck. So I wanted y'all to see that just a little bit while I respond to some of these messages, but let me see the phone and I'm gonna show them. So I know you don't want to get down here in the dirt. Just want you guys to see a little bit of the undercarriage, which has not been coated, not been covered up. Raw and original and very solid. Cab corner, rocker panel. Still has the flaps in the fender wells. No paint or undercoat. That's what you want to see when you look under a square body. It can be cleaned up. It can be soda blasted. It can be pressure washed. Anything could be done to make it better. But it is a great, great specimen the way it is. Your bed supports are in wonderful shape. Everything's good to go. And again, the tires, probably less than 1,000 miles on those bad boys. Still got the exhaust on this side. Dual tanks, which I will check. Spray and bedliner. Sliding glass back window. Back to you before I drop that because I am sweating. So, I think we captured everything. So maybe these smartphones are smart because the phone overheated, and today I was about to overheat. When I went inside, it was everything I could do to get sat down because it was hot, and even Trista was overheating out here. So be careful, guys, if you're working outside. Richmond is, I think we even had a heat advisory on our phones this morning. So it's bright and sunny. 5.7, 350. Of course, if this was a half ton, I'll start the debate. If this was a half ton, you couldn't get to 350. 350 and a half ton did not come back until 87. Now, there are some people that argue you could get a California special order and things like that. Drop your comments in there. Love to hear about it. We love to learn every day. We try to learn every day. But at the end of the day, 5.7 came back in fuel injection in 87. But in a 3/4 ton, you could get it. So this is a 5.7, according to the sheet right here. It's got a little over a 1-year-old battery. Still has all the factory air filter. We have freshly serviced the truck, ran it through for safety inspection, checking the brakes and the ball joints and the wheel bearings and all the other stuff. It's got a really, really clean, unpainted radiator support, which is rare these days. It looks really cool. You can see where it had some service repair done and they wrote the miles, kind of old school. Still has a little flapper on the washer fluid jug. Still has some of the loom under the hood. So it's a very original, well-preserved truck. All the back firewall is as it should be. We just finished up a red truck, getting ready to put some paint under the hood, but it's a full restoration where we actually had the firewall soda blasted and put an aftermarket AC system and had that all painted around that area. So that's going real well. Bring you some pictures of that. But while you're under the hood, you can also get a good view of the frame. You can see how clean the frame. It's dirty, but it's not rusty. Inner fender wells are original, stickers there, jacks there, Everything's where it's supposed to be. So whether you want to drop another $100,000 into this truck or drive it just the way it is, or do a lift kit, wheels and tires, this is a perfect specimen for that use. Everything's the way it's supposed to be. You can improve upon the paint if you wanted, or just rock it out the way it is, because it's a good looking, very original square body truck. And it's hot, very hot. Oh, this is what I wanted to show. If you look right here, you can see where the paint's getting very light where it's been buffed in the past. So, but it's all still there. So trim tomorrow, headliner tomorrow. This truck will be ready to go and officially up for sale. So thanks, guys. Trista's will stitch this together. We'll get the video dropped for those that have been waiting on it. And once I hear from this customer, yay or nay, then it will be officially going on the website, because you did photograph it, right? Cool. So we're good. Thanks, guys. So I brought y'all a little short about that 87 Sierra Classic GMC. But before we end this video, so you can see different sizes, a stock 2500, a stock 20, and a 3500. 4-inch lift 35s, stock, a little bit taller than stock tire, original size tire with an aftermarket wheel. But just so you can get a good comparison, just back up and show them that, Trista, like from this angle. White truck and brown truck are not for sale. Brown truck is a customer that is getting some updated service work done while he is riding in his 2.0 Crew Cab 3+3 project truck. And that truck there is headed to a family in Texas for their son. Just finished headers and exhaust work. And that truck actually, I think, is going to ship out tomorrow. So thanks, guys. We appreciate it. See you on the next video.